and the God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ. After you have suffered a little while, will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast. Not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope.
Why do you work hard? Is it because of your own selfish desires? All the law and all the prophets hang on these two commandments. I know what you're thinking. Who is this guy? And why did I click on this video? Let me click off. But before you do, let me tell you who I am. Let's take a stroll down memory lane, going back to 2021. 2021 starts from Joe Biden becoming president. And we all know what happened. Another thing that happened was that Messi got his first international trophy with this team, the Copa America. And to finish off, in around September, Squid Game came out. Well, you see, in all of that, there was this one little kid, this little teenager. I mean, I'm still a teenager, but this little child who was a degenerate, addicted to TikTok, social media, addicted to video games, Minecraft, all that stuff. And to be honest, it was not a good life. It was not a good life. I sort of hated myself, I think. I hated who I was. I hated who people looked at me as. And I had to change. So that's where Andrew Tate came in.
Breathe air!
I know what you're thinking. But let me finish the story. So Andrew Tate came in. And previously I'd been watching Hamza, I'd been watching Iman Ghazi, David Goggins, all those people. Basically anybody that had to do with self-improvement. So the self-improvement idea, which I just encountered, I just found out about it. And I was like, you know what? Let's see what all of this is about. So I started it. That was 2 years ago. That was a 2-year journey in which I decided that I was not going to be the person who I was, but I was going to be better. I was going to become the best version of myself. I glorified it. That's all I wanted to be. To be rich, to be strong, to be masculine, to be a provider for the people I love, so that I could suffer instead of them. And my dreams were to one day tell my mom, "Mom, you don't have to work anymore, because I got it. I paid for it. I got you. Just do your own life." My dreams were that whenever I got married in the future, I could just provide and my wife would not have to worry about any of that stuff and just live, right? Wrong, because those are good desires. Those are good desires. Don't get me wrong, those are really good desires and they're really good goals to have. And if you have those goals, all for it. But where I went wrong was I stopped looking at the one who created me. You see, I wasn't a Christian. I always said I believed in God. I was always saying I was a Christian in training. Who knows what that means? I think it meant something like I knew God was real, but I didn't want to really live the life that he wanted me to. So that's what I said to myself. And then one day, across watching all these videos, I just see all these characters being like, "Oh yeah, God, 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 God." And I'm like, you know what? Let me introduce God into my own life. So I started going to church. But I only started going to church because I just wanted to be better. All about me. It's all about me. I want to be better. I want to do this. I want to do that. Blah, 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 blah. Me. And it was a good life. It was very simple. but there was something missing. I didn't know what it was, and I always lied to myself when I told me, oh, the thing missing is the success. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed the process. I started going to the gym, I started running, I benched 225 now. Actually, I benched 240 now. I ran over 50 kilometers at a time, and it's great. It's good. It's fun. It's painful, but it's fun. And I really loved it. But there was something missing. I didn't know what it was until I found out, which was God, which I already had him in the plan, like another check mark to fulfill, but I didn't have him in my heart. I told myself I was Christian. Later, I read the Bible every day, almost every day. I started watching Bible videos. I started watching George Janko. I watched him a lot. I still watch him. He's really good. But I wasn't fulfilled. I was just taking him as a little extra thing. Just out of my own selfish desires, I would just tell him to come. God, just come. God, just come. Help me out, and then I'll do my best in this life. And then I met a person, and she taught me that everything I knew was wrong. I believe God used her to teach me that. That everything I believed in was completely wrong. Because it was twisted. Not because I was evil, not because I had evil desires, not because I wanted to like kill somebody. Like, everything I talked about is good. Improving yourself, being better is good. But there's a twist. There's a twist that they don't tell you. That it's pride. That's what Andrew Tate stands for. Pride. That's all he is. He says it himself. His number one default emotion he wants to feel is pride. And I always thought when I heard that, I knew it was wrong. I knew it was against Christianity. God says to not be proud. God says the meek are the ones that are going to inherit the earth. As a matter of fact, pride was the first sin. Because Satan was an angel. I don't know if you guys know. Satan was an angel. His name is Lucifer. And it was because he was proud and he wanted to worship to come to him instead of God. That's the first sin. That's why the Bible talks about it so much. I mean, it talks about other sins too, but that's the twist that they don't tell you. That these gurus, they don't tell you how, oh, self-improvement, it's all this, it's all that. Hamza, even Andrew Tate, I respect them, but even Andrew Tate, it's all about pride. It's all about yourself. Nothing about God. It's all about yourself. And I hated that. I didn't like it, but I didn't know any other way, so I became really proud. I'm really prideful. I still am. I can't lie. I work on it, every day. But that was my number one thing. Whenever things were going wrong, whenever somebody didn't want to talk to me, I was like, what? Who cares? I would just be the best. I want to become a multi-millionaire one day. Take a picture on Instagram. They can suck it. That's not a good life. So I met this person, right? And I never thought somebody could be so humble, because all I showed them was pride. We talked, and then she would tell me about God, what she thinks, what she believes, and I would say, yeah, it's right, but I think this is right, this is wrong, and I would just, whenever we had like any arguments or anything, I would just be like, whatever, you can leave, I don't care. And she'd be like, no. She would put her head down over and over again, and that screwed with my mind. So I started to question everything. I was like, what's going on here? And the thing about her is that you see her And I'm telling you, you see God. No, but if it wasn't for this person, I would have never been where I'm at right now. And I would have never dropped everything I dropped for God. Not because it's bad, like I still go to the gym, I still run, I still work hard. Because you should. But it's the reasoning behind it that you should question. Why do you work hard? Is it because of your own selfish desires? Because you want to be the best? Or is it because you want to glorify God? So, I decided to make a YouTube channel about God and about Him and about how I'm going to teach you how to improve your life, especially as a man. You who are lost, who may have not started the self-improvement journey, who may have, but it's not satisfying. I can teach you how. Or better, but God will teach you how through me. But the thing that everybody gets wrong, every single person that I've met that's an entrepreneur, that's like one of those self-improvement online businesses type of guys, the one thing they get wrong is that they do it for themselves. And they try to glorify God in the process, but they don't do it for God. It says in the Bible, whether you eat, drink, or whatever you do it all in the glory of God. It also says, they asked Jesus, what are the two greatest commandments of the law? The number one law is to love your Lord with all your heart and all your mind. That's the first law. And the second one is love everybody or your neighbor as yourself. And then Jesus goes on and saying that all the law and all the prophets hang on these two commandments. All of it. Love your God with all your might and all your heart and all your soul. So welcome to my channel. I really hope you like it. I really hope you enjoy it. And I hope I get to teach you more about Him and about your purpose. I see great success for you guys. I do. Not because I'm saying it, but because it's God working through me. Or I pray, I hope God works through me. That's all I want. All I want is to fulfill God's will. And I will. So, see you guys. And remember, He's number one. And if you don't know God, please look Him up. Please. It's the best thing you can do in your life. I'm telling you.